1989, a family shattered by violence. Two brothers, Lyle and Erik Menendez, stood accused of a heinous crime, the brutal murder of their own parents. The case shocked the nation. It became a media spectacle. Now, through Netflix's Monsters, their story resurfaces. It leaves us questioning everything we thought we knew about family, justice, and the monsters that hide in plain sight. August 20th, 1989. Beverly Hills trembled. The serene and affluent neighborhood was about to be rocked by a crime that would captivate the nation. Jose and Kitty Menendez, a wealthy couple, were found dead in their mansion, shot multiple times. The brutality of the crime sent shockwaves through the community. The crime scene was horrific. Blood stained the luxurious interiors, and the sheer violence of the act left investigators and neighbors in disbelief. Suspicion immediately fell upon their sons, Lyle and Erik. The young men, who had always seemed to live in the shadow of their parents' wealth, were now under intense scrutiny. The brothers had been spending lavishly in the weeks following the murders. Their alibi unraveled. They were arrested. The sudden influx of extravagant purchases raised eyebrows and questions about their involvement. But their defense was shocking. It wasn't just a simple case of greed or inheritance. They claimed years of abuse at the hands of their parents, sexual abuse, psychological torment. The courtroom was stunned as the brothers recounted their harrowing experiences. The brothers' claims painted a horrifying picture of a family living a double life. Behind the facade of wealth and success, there was a dark and twisted reality that no one had suspected. The trial captivated the nation. Cameras crowded the courtroom. The nation was transfixed. Were Lyle and Erik Menendez cold-blooded killers, or were they victims themselves, driven to desperate measures? The prosecution presented a case of greed and entitlement. The defense argued abuse and self-defense. The jury was deadlocked in the first trial. A mistrial was declared. The second trial, without cameras, resulted in a guilty verdict. Life sentences without parole. The Menendez brothers became synonymous with patricide. Section 4. The lure of true crime. The Menendez case has all the elements of a gripping true crime drama. Wealth, privilege, violence. The story of two brothers who seemingly had it all yet were driven to commit the unthinkable captivates audiences worldwide. The series Monsters is just the latest in a long line of documentaries, films, and television shows drawn to the case. Each new adaptation brings a fresh perspective, keeping the public's interest alive and sparking new debates. Why are we so fascinated by these stories? Is it the shocking nature of the crimes or the complex psychological profiles of the perpetrators that draw us in? Perhaps it's the desire to understand the darkness that lurks beneath the surface of seemingly ordinary lives. We are intrigued by the hidden secrets and the duality of human nature. Or maybe it's the thrill of vicariously experiencing the danger and intrigue of these real-life mysteries. The suspense, the twists and turns, and the ultimate quest for justice keep us on the edge of our seats, making true crime an enduring genre. Section 5. Entertainment or exploitation. The popularity of true crime has sparked debate. Critics argue that these shows exploit real-life tragedies for entertainment. They worry about the impact on victims and their families. They question the ethics of profiting from pain. Proponents argue that true crime can raise awareness about important social issues, domestic violence, child abuse, the flaws in the justice system. Section 6. Justice in the spotlight. The Menendez brothers' case continues to spark debate, even decades after the trial. Their story has been dissected in countless documentaries, books, and articles, each offering a different perspective on the events that transpired. It forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about family dynamics, the cycle of abuse, and the limits of justice. The case brings to light the complexities of familial relationships and the often hidden traumas that can lead to tragic outcomes. True crime, when done responsibly, can be a powerful tool for reflection and conversation. It allows us to explore the darker aspects of human nature and society, prompting us to ask difficult questions about morality, justice, and the human condition. It can challenge our assumptions and inspire us to demand better from our systems and ourselves. By examining these cases, we can push for reforms that address the root causes of crime and work towards a more just society. But the line between entertainment and exploitation is thin. We must be cautious. Sensationalizing these stories can lead to a loss of empathy and a focus on the perpetrators rather than the victims. We must remember the human cost of these stories. Behind every headline and courtroom drama are real people who have suffered unimaginable pain and loss. We must never forget the victims. Their lives and stories deserve to be honored and remembered, not overshadowed by the sensational aspects